company is focused on providing business process outsourcing services from the rural India. And under Colonel Ravi Gupta's leadership, RuralShores has made significant strides in creating employment opportunities in rural areas, bridging the urban-rural divide in the BPO sector. The company works with major global clients while also contributing to the local social economic development by offering sustainable job opportunities in smaller towns and villages. Let's now call upon none other than Colonel Ravi Gupta for his TED Talk.
I shall now present to you something about RuralShores. We've been talking about upliftment of rural India. And we all, I know very well, individually we cannot boil the ocean, but collectively we can do a lot more, right? Here I present to you RuralShores. And as you see, one second. Yeah. RuralShores implies on the shores of rural India. I'll take about 10-15 minutes to tell you about the concept and the impact we are making. RuralShores is blessed by Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. In 2008, he told some of his devotees who happened to be our founders that they are doing enough and more for the rural India by way of agro care, health care, educational care, because they have a lot of hospitals, a lot of institutions, and they support the rural India in a very big way. He says that, can we create employment? It's the same thing, give a man fish to eat, you feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for the lifetime. That was the concept. So the founders of this company, and I will specifically mention about Mr. Murli Vulanganti, who is our chairman. He came from the tech background, and he realized while seeing as to what we can do, which can be quantified in a measurable way. And he realized that the BPO sectors in Tier 1 and Tier 2 towns or cities, they were getting their 40 to 45% of the manpower from Tier 4 and Tier 5 towns. And when these people were coming to big cities, they were actually spending all their earnings into living. And also, they were in some cases asking money from their parents back home. They became disconnected with their roots. And in some cases, they also picked up the bad habits of big towns. He says, if the demand is in the cities, but supply is from the small towns, let's take jobs to villages. Why bring villages to jobs? That was the tagline which actually prompted the birth of RuralShores. That's how we were born in 2008, 2009. What is the impact we are making? We are elevating rural India with opportunities, not charity. We are very clear in certain fundamentals that we will work out of Tier 4, Tier 5 towns, and we are empowering these youth, not on charity. So our key focus is impact sourcing, which means we're working for the economically disadvantaged lot. And Tier 4, Tier 5 towns have got basically farmers who have land holdings to the tune of about 2 acres. And from 2 acres, they can't even make 2 ends meet throughout the year. They earn about 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees, depending upon the vagaries of the weather, whether they get that or no. But if you get employment for one of their family members, then you make sure that that family member is able to sustain the livelihood of the entire family for the whole month. So what we do is, we bring work from the We bring work from the industry, and basis the kind of a process we get, we skill the people. So first step is we get involved into skilling. In all these towns, we find that there are 10 to 12 colleges where we are cited, and let's say the pass-out rate is about 100 people, 1,000 people in a year. We find about 500 people, or the students, they will move out of the villages, depending upon the capability for jobs in big cities or for higher studies. But there'll be about 40% of the people who will stay put there, and mostly they'll be women folk. Because of social constraints, they will not move out. So this is the kind of a people we actually skill. They are 12th class and above, graduates, postgraduates, engineering diploma. That's the kind of a talent pool which we have. It is untapped. So we create rural employment. When we create rural employment, it adds to their family earnings. We have a center in Kopargaon in Maharashtra. We have 700 people working out of that. So when you have 700 people each earning about 15,000 rupees, there is nearly 1 crore rupee which is revolving in the local market. So the economy of that area just gets a facelift. That's the kind of a difference which the jobs creation can actually make. Because we are involving them, we are always ensuring that they become change agent for their ecosystem of the villages they come from. So we involve them into social engagement. And by making sure that these people do not migrate, we are arresting migration, conserving the ecosystem. They enjoy the family, they enjoy the place, they enjoy the festivities, they enjoy the food. So we conserve the ecosystem and we serve a purpose. I'll take a minute here. In 2009, the district magistrate of Tirthahalli is a small town near Shimoga. He came to our chairman, he said, look, Murli, my area is getting infested with Naxals. Can you do something to ground these people? Which meant employment. We opened a center there in 2009. Currently, we employ 180 people, and they are doing international processes. Amazing work. So we could arrest the Naxalism in that area. When I visit my centers, I have 13 centers pan-India. So one of the centers is Bagepalli, near Bangalore airport, 1 hour from there. So when I visit those centers, I asked one of the ladies, I said, tell me, what difference has RuralShores made in your life? She was hesitant. Then she opened up. She said, sir, RuralShores gave me the power to choose my own husband. I was taken aback. I said, can you elaborate? She says that my father had borrowed money from a money lender, and he told my father, marry off your girl to me, and I will waive off your loan. Naturally, you understand the circumstances. And she said, no way. She was looking for work. She came to us, and she got employed. In 9 months, she paid off the loan and said, that's a power you guys gave to me. Thank you very much. I'll give you another purpose we serve. There's a place called as Shirpur near Dhule. We were invited there to open a center. And the problem statement there was that they have a lot of educational institutions. Most of the people will go to Pune, Nasik, Mumbai for higher studies or education. And the girls who stay back, they also want to get married to those particular boys from those tier 1 towns. And then what is happening is there is a gender imbalance. And they said, look, if you create employment here, the boys would stay put here, and thereby there will be a match available for the girls. So social harmony will be maintained. That is what I say, serve a purpose. What are the stakeholder benefits? You look at villages, there is employment being created, income generation, women empowerment, community development, and conserve the ecosystem. For the cities, we are making sure we are not adding to the congestion of cities. And for the corporates, there's a cost arbitrage available. There's a stable workforce because that's the only job they have. And therefore, attrition is low, the knowledge retention is very high, and we get very good quality of work. We are an organization for profit, but with a purpose. We are not an NGO. We know NGOs have their own pain points. We create our own profits and become sustainable. RuralShores countryside, nationwide. Give me some time, please. Sir, with your permission, I'll have 5 minutes more. Thank you. Yes, sir. We have 13 delivery centers in Tier 4, Tier 5 towns. 13th one we have got in Guwahati recently. Again, the problem of migration of those people coming to big cities. We are in 9 states. We have 2 centers in Tamil Nadu, 2 in Karnataka, 2 in Maharashtra, 2 in UP, 1 each in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra, Odisha, and now in Northeast. We service all languages. We had a gap of English, which we are covering up from a rural area in Guwahati, and that is version 4 language, by the way. We may be starting international operation from there. 3,000 current employees we have, 23,000 jobs created so far. We are ISO 27001, 2022 certified, all centers. So please, I request the industry to partner with us to generate more rural employment, and we promise you very high quality. Look at my client list, Amazon. We run it from a small town, 45 kilometers from Gorakhpur. We were at just the best performing centers in Asia Pacific. And with that, they gave us an opportunity to open a center in Guwahati. That's the kind of a performance we have. We have FedEx. We were serving 39 countries, Europe, Middle East, 24/5, consignment note processing. We have Accenture as a partner. We do international and domestic. Bayer, Tefe, we do a lot of work on the agro space. Flipkart, we are doing all e-com related work for them, including feeding to AI and ML, whereby we are actually localizing the catalog, also the content generated, and we are also doing content moderation for them. Nielsen Sports, we do brand exposure analysis. Now, this is all being done from rural India. Amazing work. So I urge the industry, whosoever has work, there are people in these rural Indias, they can do wonders. We work for Reliance Foundation. We have the whole bouquet of insurance companies. We work for Infosys. We do social media monitoring for Infosys, right? So that's the kind of a work, and that's the kind of a partners which we have. A peep into RuralShores. We have good infrastructure, an educated talent pool. All delivery centers are organized as self-contained units. We have good connectivity, located within 1 to 2 hours from airport. You take 3 hours from Bangalore International Airport to reach, let's say, Electronic City. You take 1 hour to reach my center from there. So we are very well connected. It helps us stay connected with our Indianness, heritage, and culture. Anybody who's interested, come and see. We'll tell you how the Vedas are recited by 8th standard, 9th standard. That's a culture which is there in our villages. And of course, you can breathe fresh air in the villages. This is how my centers look like. I need these seats to be filled up. I have 1,000 seats. I urge the industry, help us create employment and serve a purpose. Sorry for the want of time. We also have a similar kind of an organization in USA called as PIWOT, serving similar purpose for underserved people in USA, again started by Mr. Murli Valangatti. I thank you all. Thank you so much.
that, allow me an opportunity to once again invite Deepak Himmat Singha to please join us on stage to help us felicitate our speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Colonel Ravi Gupta. But of course, Mr. Shenoy, you've done a fabulous job curating the content of the previous track. We just request a couple of minutes from him for the vote of thanks of the previous one. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I know I'm standing between you and a wonderful chat, the talk that we are expecting from the Honorable Minister. So I'll be very brief. What we saw this afternoon in our session on social impact is phenomenal. You heard about all the technologies that can be applied at scale for social impact. You heard from IVCAP Ventures on how they select and invest in social impact projects. You heard from Ram Pappu about design thinking and about their development methodology and framework so that good solutions can be replicated through training, through a process of replication through training and education. And Mission Samriddhi, we are very proud to be a partner with Mission Samriddhi. Thank you very much, Ram. We are also partnering with PIWOT and RuralShores for creating jobs and in fact, in America with PIWOT, we are also working with a DC prison system to help prisoners get trained to do useful work in the community with jobs waiting for them when they come out of the prison system. So RuralShores and PIWOT are excellent initiatives and partners with Wheels Global Foundation. And with all that, you have seen the tremendous knowledge base and experience within this community. So we are very pleased to sort of echo what Devashish talked about early this morning in his speech about how we are launching the think tank, which is an informal structure under the Wheels umbrella. So when people, whether they are in government or in industry, come to us for social impact work, require and seeking technology assistance, we are able to do it. In addition, there are several people in our group who have written very knowledgeable books on subjects like how to do pond networks, on sustainability, on healthcare policy after COVID. All those books are available, and we are very, very pleased that that is the kind of social impact projects that we are doing, which doesn't cost money, it only costs time and talent. So once again, please join me in thanking the panel earlier, thanking Ram Pappu and Ravi Gupta for sharing their experience and sharing their thoughts and knowledge about social impact work. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining.